Let's learn English together and have some fun.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn English with Lumi. I am so happy you are here today. If this is your first time listening, welcome. And if you have been with us before, welcome back. You are doing a wonderful job by coming back to learn more English.
Hey everyone, I'm Alfred. Great to be here with you again. Before we start, if you enjoy our lessons, please subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and share this episode with a friend who is learning English. It really helps us reach more learners like you.
Thank you, Alfred. Okay, today we have a really fun and useful topic. We are going to talk about hobbies and free time.
Yes, this is one of the most common topics in everyday English conversation. When you meet someone new, they often ask, "What do you like to do in your free time?" So today, we will help you answer that question confidently and naturally.
That's right. We will learn useful vocabulary, helpful phrases, and later Alfred will do a role-play conversation with his new friend Tom so you can hear everything used in a real situation.
As always, we recommend you listen to this episode at least 2 times. The first time, just listen and enjoy. The second time, try to repeat the phrases and practice them.
Great advice. So grab your notebook, get comfortable, and let's get started. Okay, let's begin with the basics. Alfred, what is a hobby?
A hobby is something you enjoy doing in your free time. It is not your work. It is not your school. It is what you choose to do for fun, to relax, or to feel happy.
Exactly. And what is free time? Free time is the time when you are not working or studying. Some people also call it leisure time. Leisure time and free time mean the same thing. You might also hear spare time. What do you do in your spare time? Same meaning.
Good point. And a hobby can be anything. It can be something active, like playing sports or running, or something quiet, like reading a book or drawing. There is no right or wrong hobby.
That's a great point, Alfred. Everyone is different. Some people like to be active and move around. Other people prefer to relax and stay calm. Both are perfectly fine.
The most important thing is that you enjoy it. If it makes you happy and helps you feel good, it's a great hobby.
I love that. Some people have one hobby, some people have many hobbies, and some people change their hobbies over time. That's all normal.
Yes, and it's never too late to start a new hobby. You can try something new at any age.
Absolutely. Okay, so now let's look at some common types of hobbies. There are so many hobbies in the world, but we can group them into a few categories to make it easier. Let's start with indoor hobbies. Alfred, what are some hobbies people do at home or inside?
Great question. Some popular indoor hobbies are reading books, watching movies or TV shows, playing video games, cooking, baking, drawing, painting, listening to music, and doing puzzles.
Those are all wonderful. I love cooking. When I cook, I feel relaxed and happy. The smell of food in the kitchen makes me feel warm and comfortable.
Me too. And listening to music is so easy to do anywhere. You can listen while you cook, while you clean, while you exercise, or even while you study.
That's true. And reading is such a great hobby for English learners. When you read in English, you learn new words and new sentences at the same time.
Absolutely. Even reading simple stories or short articles can help you improve a lot.
Okay, now let's talk about outdoor hobbies. What hobbies do people enjoy outside?
Outside, people enjoy things like walking in the park, running, jogging, hiking in nature, cycling, gardening, and playing sports like football, basketball, tennis, or swimming.
I love walking in the park. It's so simple, but it feels so good. You can enjoy the fresh air, listen to the birds, look at the trees, and just relax. It's like free therapy.
That's a great way to describe it. And walking is one of the easiest hobbies to start. You don't need any special equipment. You just put on your shoes and go outside.
Exactly. And gardening is another lovely outdoor hobby. You plant seeds, water the plants, and then watch them grow over time. It is very calming and satisfying.
Yes, and when you grow vegetables, you can cook and eat them too. That's a wonderful bonus. Your hobby gives you fresh, healthy food.
I love that idea. Now, there are also creative hobbies. These are hobbies where you make something or create something new. Can you give some examples?
Sure. Creative hobbies include drawing, painting, playing a musical instrument like guitar or piano, singing, writing stories or poems, taking photographs, knitting, and crafting.
I think creative hobbies are wonderful because they let you express yourself. When you draw a picture or play music, you are sharing your feelings and your imagination with the world.
And you don't need to be perfect at it. Many people draw or play music just for fun, just for themselves. The important thing is enjoying the process, not the result.
I totally agree. It's about having fun, not being perfect. And we also have social hobbies. These are hobbies you do with other people.
Right. Social hobbies include playing board games with friends, going to the cinema, hanging out with friends at a cafe, joining a sports team, going shopping with friends, or taking a class together.
Social hobbies are great because they help you meet new people and make new friends. And if you do these hobbies in English, it's amazing practice for your speaking skills.
That's so true. Joining an English-speaking group or club related to your hobby is one of the best ways to improve your English while having fun.
Okay, now we know different types of hobbies. But how do we actually talk about them in English? This is very important for conversations. Let's learn some useful phrases.
Yes, let's start with simple phrases to say what you enjoy. The easiest way is to use I like plus the activity with ing. For example, I like reading.
That's right. Listen carefully to these examples. I like reading. I like cooking. I like playing football. Do you notice the pattern? We say I like, and then we add the verb with ing at the end.
And you can use other verbs too to show different levels of how much you enjoy something. Instead of just like, you can say love, enjoy, or really like. For example, I love painting. I enjoy walking in the park. I really like listening to music.
Beautiful. Love is stronger than like. So if you really, really enjoy something, say I love plus the activity. And if you don't like something, you can say I don't like plus the activity. For example, I don't like running, or I don't really enjoy cooking.
Good. Now let's add more detail to make our answers more interesting. We can say when or how often we do our hobby. For example, I like reading. I read every evening before bed.
Or I enjoy cooking. I usually cook on weekends when I have more free time.
Let me share some useful time phrases you can use. You can say every day, every weekend, a few times a week, once or twice a month, or whenever I have free time.
Those are very helpful for making your answers longer and more natural. Let's also learn how to say where we do our hobby. For example, I like running. I usually run in the park near my house.
Or, I enjoy playing football. I play at a sports center every Saturday morning. Adding the place makes your answer much more interesting.
Great examples. Now let's learn one more important piece. How do we say why we like a hobby? This is what makes your answer really complete.
This is easy and very powerful. You can use because. For example, I like reading because it is relaxing. I love football because it is exciting and I can play with my friends. I enjoy cooking because it is creative and very relaxing.
Let me give you some useful adjectives you can use to describe your hobbies. You can say your hobby is relaxing, fun, exciting, creative, calming, interesting, enjoyable, or satisfying.
And for things you don't enjoy, you might say they are boring, tiring, difficult, or stressful. For example, I don't like running because it is tiring.
So now we have a nice formula for a great answer. Say what you like, how often you do it, where you do it, and why you like it. That gives you a really detailed and natural answer.
Let me put it all together with an example. I love cooking. I cook a few times a week at home. I really like trying new recipes from different countries. I enjoy it because it is creative and very relaxing.
That's wonderful, Alfred. See how detailed and natural that sounds? When you add more information like this, your English sounds much more confident and interesting. Now, let's learn how to ask someone about their hobbies. This is very useful for everyday conversations, especially when you meet new people.
The most common question is, what do you like to do in your free time? This is a very natural and friendly question that works in almost any situation.
You can also ask, do you have any hobbies? Or what do you do for fun?
And here's a very natural question that people use in everyday conversations. What do you usually do on weekends? This is a casual way to learn about someone's hobbies.
Oh, I like that one. It's very natural, very casual, and easy to use. You can use it at work, with friends, or even with someone you just met.
And when someone tells you about their hobby, don't just say, "Oh, okay." Ask follow-up questions. This is how you keep the conversation going. You can ask, "How often do you do that?" Or, "How long have you been doing that?" Or, "How did you get into that?"
Those are excellent follow-up questions. You can also react with phrases like, "That sounds fun," or "Oh, I like that too," or "That's really cool." These show the other person you are interested in what they're saying.
Exactly. When someone shares their hobby with you, show interest, ask questions, and share your own experience. That is how you build a good conversation and connect with people.
Before we go to our role play, let's learn some extra phrases that are very useful when talking about hobbies. These will make you sound more natural.
Good idea. The first phrase is, "I'm into." This is a casual way to say you are interested in something and you enjoy it. For example, "I'm into photography." It means, I really like photography. "I'm really into cooking these days."
That's a great one. Very natural and common. The next phrase is, "I'm a big fan of." For example, "I'm a big fan of cooking shows," or "I'm a huge fan of football." It means you enjoy something a lot.
Another very useful phrase is to take up a hobby. This means to start a new hobby. For example, I recently took up painting. It means I started painting recently. I want to take up swimming this summer.
Oh, I love that phrase. To take up is very common in English. You will hear it all the time. I took up yoga last year. My friend took up gardening during the holidays.
Here's one more. To get into something. This means to start being interested in something and enjoying it. For example, I got into yoga a few months ago. It's very similar to take up, but it focuses more on the interest and excitement.
And someone might ask you, how did you get into that? They want to know the story of how you became interested in your hobby. It's a great conversation question.
Let me also share some different ways to talk about free time. Instead of always saying, "in my free time," you can also say, "when I have time," "on my days off," "when I'm not working," or "on weekends."
Great variety. Using different phrases like this makes your English sound more natural and interesting. Okay, now it's time for the role play. Alfred, you are going to have a conversation with your new friend, Tom. You two just met at a weekend football game, and you're getting to know each other.
That's right. Listeners, pay close attention to how Tom and I use the phrases we just learned. Ready? Let's go.
Okay, everyone. That was a really fun and useful episode.
Hey, Tom. That was a great game. I'm so tired, but it was a lot of fun.
It really was. You're a pretty good player, Alfred. Do you play football every weekend?
Thanks, Tom. Yeah, I try to play every Saturday morning. I've been playing since I was a kid. My dad got me into it when I was about 8 years old. He used to take me to the park every weekend.
What about you? How long have you been playing?
Not as long as you. I actually took up football about 2 years ago. My friend invited me to join his team, and I really enjoyed it, so I just kept going. Now I play every week. I love it.
That's awesome. So football is a pretty new hobby for you then. What did you do before that? I mean, what other hobbies do you have?
Well, one thing I really enjoy is cooking. I cook almost every day. On weekdays, I make simple meals, but on weekends, I like to try new recipes from different countries. Italian food, Indian food, Thai food. I love experimenting in the kitchen.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I'm a big fan of cooking too, but I'm not very good at it yet. I mostly follow recipes very carefully, step by step. Do you follow recipes, or do you just make things up?
At first, I always followed recipes exactly, but now I sometimes change things a little bit. A bit more spice here, a different vegetable there. It's fun to experiment once you know the basics.
I need to learn from you. How did you get into cooking in the first place?
Actually, my mom taught me when I was a teenager. She said it was an important skill. At first, I didn't enjoy it very much, but then I started watching cooking videos online and I got really into it. Now I find it very relaxing. The whole process of preparing a meal, the smells, the colors, I love it.
That's a great story. I completely understand. For me, cooking is still a bit stressful because I always worry about making mistakes, but I want to get better. What about other hobbies? What do you do when you're not cooking or playing football?
I'm really into photography. I take pictures whenever I have free time. I love going to the park or walking around the city and looking for interesting things to photograph. Buildings, nature, people, I find it very creative and satisfying.
Wow, that's really cool. Do you use a special camera or just your phone?
I started with my phone, but last year I bought a proper camera. It was a big investment, but it was worth it. The photos look so much better now. I'm still learning though. I watch tutorials online to improve my skills.
That sounds like a wonderful hobby. I've always thought about taking up photography, but I haven't tried it yet. Maybe you can teach me some basics someday.
Of course, I'd love to. It's really easy to start. You don't need fancy equipment at the beginning, just your phone and a good eye. What about you, Alfred? What else do you enjoy besides football?
Well, I really enjoy playing video games. I play in the evenings after work to relax and clear my head. I usually play online with friends.
Oh, nice. What kind of games do you play?
I like strategy games and action games mostly. Games that are fast and need a lot of thinking. Playing with friends makes it more fun because we can talk and laugh while we play. It's a great way to stay connected with friends who live far away.
I can see that. I don't play many video games myself, but I can understand why people enjoy them. It's like a social hobby, right?
Exactly. And I also love watching movies and TV shows. I'm a huge fan of action movies and comedies. On weeknights, I usually watch something before bed.
Me too. I love a good movie. And honestly, sometimes I binge watch a whole TV series on a rainy weekend. Once I start, I can't stop.
I know the feeling. It's so hard to stop when the story is really good and every episode ends with a big question.
So true. Well, Alfred, it's really nice getting to know you. We have some things in common, like football and movies, and some hobbies that are different. I think that's great. The most important thing about hobbies is that they make you happy, right? It doesn't matter what you do as long as you enjoy it. I completely agree. Hobbies help us relax, learn new things, and just enjoy life more. They give us something to look forward to after a busy week. Absolutely. Hey, Tom, maybe next time you can cook something and I'll bring the drinks. We can have dinner after our football game. That sounds like a great plan. And I'll bring my camera too. We can take some cool photos at the park before the game. I love it. See you next Saturday, Tom. See you then, Alfred. Can't wait.
Great conversation, Alfred. That was so natural. Listeners, did you notice all the useful phrases Alfred and Tom used?
Thanks, Lumi. Let me point out a few things we used. When Tom told me about football, I asked, "How long have you been playing?" That's a great follow-up question.
And Tom said, "I took up football about 2 years ago." He used took up to say he started a new hobby. Perfect.
Right. And when I asked Tom about cooking, I said, "How did you get into cooking?" That's another great way to ask someone about the story behind their hobby.
Tom also said, I got really into it, meaning he became very interested in cooking over time. And you said, I'm a big fan of cooking, which is a nice way to say you enjoy it a lot.
And did you notice how we described our hobbies? We didn't just say, I like cooking. We said how often, where, and why. That makes the conversation much more interesting and natural.
Exactly. That's the key. Add details to your answers. Don't be afraid to share a little story, like Tom did when he talked about his mom teaching him to cook. Stories make conversations come alive. Now let's review the key vocabulary from today's episode.
Number 1, hobby. A hobby is an activity you enjoy doing in your free time for fun. Example, reading is my favorite hobby.
Number 2, free time. Free time is the time when you are not working or studying. You can also say spare time or leisure time. Example, I like to cook in my free time.
Number 3, relaxing. Relaxing describes something that helps you feel calm, peaceful, and comfortable. Example, listening to music is very relaxing.
Number 4, creative. Creative means using your imagination to make or create something new. Example, drawing is a really creative hobby.
Number 5, recipe. A recipe is a set of instructions that tells you how to cook or bake something. It lists the ingredients and the steps. Example, I found a great recipe for banana bread online.
Number 6, to take up. To take up means to start a new hobby or activity. Example, I took up swimming last summer and I love it.
Number 7, to get into. To get into means to become interested in something and start enjoying it. Example, I got into photography a few months ago.
Number 8, to be into. To be into something means you currently enjoy it and are interested in it. Example, I'm really into cooking these days.
Number 9, socialize. Socialize means to spend time with other people, talk with them, and enjoy their company. Example, playing sports helps me socialize and make friends.
And number 10, binge watch. Binge watch means to watch many episodes of a TV show one after another without stopping. Example, I binge watched the whole season on Saturday.
Those are 10 really useful words and phrases. Try to use at least 2 or 3 of them this week when you talk or write about your hobbies.
Okay, everyone, that was a really fun and useful episode. Let's quickly review what we learned today.
First, we learned what a hobby is and the different types of hobbies. We talked about indoor hobbies, outdoor hobbies, creative hobbies, and social hobbies.
Then we learned how to talk about our hobbies in English. We practiced saying what we like, how often we do it, where we do it, and why we enjoy it.
We also learned how to ask someone about their hobbies and how to keep the conversation going with good follow-up questions and reactions.
And we practiced some great natural phrases like I'm into, I took up, I got into, and I'm a big fan of.
Plus, Tom and I did a role play so you could hear all of these phrases used in a real, natural conversation between two friends.
Now here is our community question for you. We want to hear from you.
Our question is, what is your favorite hobby and why do you enjoy it? Try to use some of the phrases from today's lesson in your answer.
Write your answer in the comments below. For example, you could write something like, I love reading because it is relaxing. I read every evening before bed. I got into reading when I was a child. See, you can use the phrases we learned today.
We would love to read your answers. And remember, practice makes progress, not practice makes perfect. Practice makes progress.
That's right. Every little bit of practice helps. Try to describe your hobbies in English this week. Talk to a friend, write it in a notebook, or even say it out loud to yourself in the mirror.
You are doing an amazing job just by listening to this episode. We are so proud of you for investing time in your English learning.
Thank you so much for listening today. Don't forget to subscribe to Learn English with Lumi, hit the like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new episode.
And if you know someone who is learning English, please share this episode with them. It could really help them too.
See you in the next episode, everyone. Keep learning, keep practicing, and most importantly, keep having fun with English. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone. See you next time.